Hello and welcome to Orchids 365. My name is Roxy and I decided to make an episode that's a bit different this time. Florida hasn't experienced this cold in a very long time. So since we've gotten this cold, our collections have grown. So now we are in the predicament where what do? It's gonna drop. I'm saying we're gonna have 3 days of low 30s, and in this area where I live, the coldest it ever gets is maybe, I don't know, 45. So I had to start thinking about doing an orchid shuffle, and I really never do that. I haven't done the shuffle in a long time. And it really makes you think, huh? So I grabbed my Florida orchid growing book and any references from the AOS online, and I started doing research on the orchid genus and how much cold is too cold. So you don't really have to go crazy and move your entire collection. However, you have to pay attention to the weather and the patterns so that you don't lose a lot of your orchids in the collection. So I'm gonna take a little walk in the garden and I'm gonna, just give you some suggestions, some advice, things that I do. Everybody has a different growth space. Everybody in Florida is experiencing different temperatures, so it can be different. But I just wanted to give you a little winter care help and some tips. Let's go. I'm here. Let's start off with the biggest divas of my orchid collection, my lovely Vandas. There is no way that I can leave them outside in temperatures below 45. I've already pushed their limits by leaving them outside, and they're starting to yellow, and they're gonna look like palm trees, you guys. So all of my Vandas will be going in around Thursday. Why? Because we're expecting a little bit of rain on Friday. Rain plus cold. Yeah, that makes everything harder. So with the Vandas, they are not a fan of the very low temperatures. So you really want to put those inside if you're going anywhere that's like really below 45. Actually, they say below 50. The problem is I have so many that I try to avoid that situation. Now, our lovely Cattleyas love the cold. However, they cannot handle frost. They're fine if it's 38, 39, 40, but they cannot handle the frost. If you do not have the space, like in my situation, to bring in all of your Cattleyas, you can lay a sheet or any kind of cover over them, and that will protect them if you think your area is expecting any kind of frost, because that will severely damage your Cattleya collection. Oh my God, this one's opening. So I'm gonna go ahead and put reference and summarize my findings from my book in the description to help you, because it's a lot of information and I see I have suffered damage already. I lost this entire new growth. That breaks my heart. I'm telling you, I don't know how we're gonna get through this season. This one is in sheath. She's definitely going in. This one I already saw has suffered tremendously. So there's a lot of decisions that I need to make, you guys, and it's super stressful. I have a lot of blooming falls in my inventory. My inventory is orchids that I have been growing for a while, some of them even since seedling, to sell in my custom pots. I usually take them to some shows, or I have customers reach out to me, they DM me, we meet up, and I sell these orchids. Now, I have a lot in bud, and Phalaenopsis do not do good with that incredible low temperature. So all of my phals need to go inside, you guys. In my head, I'm thinking, where am I gonna get this space? I am stressed. But I have this guy. He makes everything fun. Come here, following me around, talking about orchids. You're gonna go inside too. And he gets mad at me because I don't let him go out when it's anywhere below 45. If it's nice and sunny like now, and we're right now in on 50 degrees, then he loves it. He does not like being indoors, but I need to keep him safe because sometimes it's just too cold. Now, I don't have a lot of Oncidium, but you have to pay attention to the Oncidium that you do have, and you have to pay attention to the kind of leaf that it has, because depending on the leaf, I'm gonna put it in the description, is the cold tolerance. Okay, so you have to pay attention to that. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I have that one. I'm gonna have to bring in two. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, these dens do really good, but however, dens are also completely, there's so many kinds, so you have to look up exactly what they can handle because it varies. Again, when you collect so many different genus of orchids, that's the problem. You have to pay attention to all of the care tips. All of these vandas are coming in. Seedlings are going in. Some of them have already been brought in. This one already suffered a bit, but she just opened up. So there's nothing more sad than seeing my outdoor orchid pergola like this. After I recorded a few clips, I went and bought some supplies. I'm going to show you what we did. So the aluminum shelves that were here were carried into my garage. I took out all of the bicycles, threw them outside, and put my 2 shelves of cattleyas here. I just can't risk there being frost. I still don't know what I'm going to do with these guys. I might just throw something over it. We went ahead and we put the other aluminum shelf that was there with all of my inventory and everything that's mounted. We went ahead and put that away as well into the garage. I have these here that I might just have to throw a cover on, as well as these, because I ran out of space. Now I'm going to show you what I did in the back. Okay, so the orchid pergola back here has been wrapped up with what you use when you paint to cover, but we bought the thicker plastic, and what we did was we covered the top, so when it's cold and raining, because that is the most dangerous recipe for orchids, because it will shock their root system, and you know, a damaged root system is kind of hard to recover. However, it's still open on this side, so but it's not the same, you know, like I think it'll be best protected. So then we did this with the big pergola. We had more material back there. We wrapped, I don't even know if I can get back there, but we wrapped all 3 pergolas. The other ones are wrapped more entirely, where it goes all the way down, but when we got to this one, we ran out of material. But my biggest concern was stopping the cold rain. You know, they're gonna get cold, but it's gonna be, at least something's gonna be done. I just wanted to share with you guys our quick fix. I don't have space to put the tarps away if I were to purchase them, and they're very expensive, and this rarely happens here, so this was the only thing we can think of. I have these out here, which I'm gonna be covering with some plastic that I have left over. I'm gonna drape it over it, and then I'm going to be covering these guys that don't fit either. I have the garage full, and I have my dining room and my kitchen area full of orchids as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put something there in the end for you, like a little cheat sheet of species and the temperatures that they tolerate, hoping that somehow it helps. I wish you guys the best. Good luck with the orchid shuffle. Good luck with the cold. And I know there's other states that are struggling with huge snowstorms and all this craziness. And I just want all of you to stay safe, and to always remember to please be kind.